Aerial Bass Fishing, guys. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite fishing lures, and I'm going to give a brief description of them all, so stay tuned. So number 5, we have the lipless crankbait. Either I'm going to be fishing a sexy shad or a chartreuse shad. It's a Strike King red-eyed shad, so that's the name of that. Or I'm going to be fishing a cotton cordell baby bass. They're both 1/4 ounces because of the depth of the water that we have here. It's not very deep. We have about maybe 2 feet until it hits weeds. So, and even then it's maximum maybe 9 feet. We have a few lakes that are really deep, but not that much. I'll be fishing those lipless crankbaits in open water. I prefer 6.6 medium action slow tip rod for those crankbaits. You put 15-pound braid, that's what I use, never had a problem with it. Still take down trees with 15-pound braid. It's perfectly fine. The best luck I've ever had with the lipless crankbaits that I just showed you was in early spring and early fall. That's the greatest times I've ever had with those. Number 4, I have a live target frog. Check out that frog. I love this frog. It's a good size. I'll typically be throwing this near the edges of the shorelines, in lilies, over grass, over all that stuff, in between anything I can, and usually the strike will be on the edge of your matted area, your lilies, or right when it starts to hit open water. That's when I've had the best luck with these. Really, the only thing the bass or fish are going to see is the bottom of it. And you want to make sure you have a contrast between this frog and the sky. So I've had the best luck with this on really bright days. Nope, barely any clouds in the sky, and it's a white or yellow belly into a blue sky. So it's good contrast, and it's got black in the legs. Can't go wrong. Number 3 on my favorite list would be the Mepps number 2 or number 3 long, usually in white and silver. Those are my favorite colors by Mepps. I'll fish them right over logs, not anywhere near them. They got treble hooks, they will get caught. They're really great in rocky areas too. Just fishing right down the line of rock. That's really good. And right above the grass line, in the open water above it. That's the greatest places I've ever had luck with these. My second favorite lure would have to be a Booyah spinnerbait. Not necessarily just these colors. I love these colors, and then I love the other colors too. But the Booyahs, we have a 1/4 and then we have an ounce. They are really amazing. I've had so much luck just throwing these wherever I feel like it. On the shore, in the grass, in the lilies, on the rocks, in open water. You can't go wrong with a spinnerbait. And Booyah just nailed it with this design and all this. Crazy. These are the best. If I could prefer one type of spinnerbait, it would be the Booyah spinnerbaits. Check this out. They have a loop at the end so you can fish them with a swivel. How cool is that? I haven't seen any other spinnerbaits like this yet. I'm sure there are more, but Booyah, man, I can't go wrong. My number 1 favorite fishing lure, either fishing the shoreline or off a boat, would have to be the 6-inch cream scoundrel. This thing has done miracles for me this year. It's a crazy amount of size, the amount of bass that I've caught with this. The quality of the bass is way better than anything I've had this year on any of those lures. I'll fish these in open water. I'll fish them near rocks. Pretty much the same thing as a spinnerbait. Let it sit, twitch it up. You can do anything you want. Just wiggle it. These cream worms are deadly. I highly recommend them. So now that we went through my top 5 favorite fishing lures, post a comment telling us what your favorite fishing lures are and why. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay real.